Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by Adena Springs, Ashford Stud, Bloodstock Research, Brandywine Farm, Breeders' Cup, Claiborne Farm, Crestwood Farm, Darby Dan Farm, Gainesway, GLC 5500, Keeneland, Juddmont Farm, Lanes Inn, Malone's, Margot Farm, OCD Pellets, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Sally Horse Vans, Shadwell Farm, and Windstar Farm.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring a pair of Kentucky Derby prospects for Hall of Fame trainer D. Wayne Lucas and a runaway winner of the Sunshine Millions Classic. We begin at Fairgrounds with the Louisiana Handicap. Mark Valesky, the 4-5 favorite, in his first start off an 8-month layoff. John Dooley picks up the call.
Half mile for Hurricane Ike, 49 seconds flat, 3 furlongs from home. Hurricane Ike, Mark Valesky right there poised to strike. Hurricane Ike, Mark Valesky. Infratini still a close third. Self-control in the black cap. Brethren will straighten away in fifth from Wash Park sixth. Raison d'Etat being ridden with whip, then Macho Bull. They're at the top of the stretch. Mark Valesky charging, slightly drifting. Mark Valesky on the outside, Infratini getting those left-handers. Hurricane Ike toward the rail, final furlong. Then Brethren and Self-Control. Mark Valesky and Infratini, they come together for the final 16th. Infratini, Mark Valesky. Infratini's got Mark Valesky. Infratini and Miguel Mena.
5-2 second choice. Infratini runs by Mark Valesky to defeat the odds-on favorite by 3/4. Miguel Mena, the winning jockey, in 144-3. The first stakes victory for Infratini, who is working on a 4-race winning streak. The Paul McGee trainee was last seen setting the Churchill Downs track record for a mile while scoring by 7 1/4 lengths in an optional claimer. The 5-year-old gelding by Include was bred in Kentucky by his owner, Z Thoroughbreds LLC. Infratini has earned nearly $330,000. Entering stud at Crestwood Farm is Country Day, a versatile son of leading sire Speightstown. Country Day won or placed in 8 stakes, earning over $500,000. Country Day stands for $5,000 live full. Share the upside is available. To Santa Anita for the Grade 2 Palos Verdes Stakes. Justin Phillip, the 5-2 favorite. Trevor Denman has the call.
They've run past the half mile and Comet to the top at the rail, and Private Zone absolutely flying. They've gone 3 clear now. Drill is next. Justin Phillip on the far side. Sahara Sky is back in 5th. A Priority now giving them 7-length start, and Canonize is still last. They are coming to the quarter pole now. Comet to the top along the inside, and Justin Phillip chasing them on the outside. Drill now having to be ridden along. Sahara Sky and A Priority. They come for home. Comet to the top, tries to battle on at the rail, but Private Zone getting the lead here. Sahara Sky in the center of the track, and Justin Phillip still wide open. On the outside, Sahara Sky. Sahara Sky strikes the front. He'll win it powerfully. Sahara Sky and Joe Talamo come home strongly to beat Private Zone.
11-1 long shot Sahara Sky springs the upset by a length over Private Zone. Joe Talamo up in 107-3. Sahara Sky is sharp off a 7-month layoff to record his first stakes victory. The 5-year-old horse by Pleasant Tap was bred in Florida by Martin Stables Incorporated. He was acquired privately by his current connections after winning a $20,000 maiden claimer at Delta Downs as a 2-year-old. The winner is trained by Jerry Hollendorfer and is owned by Hollendorfer and Sweetwater Stable. Sahara Sky has earned $236,000. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 2 La Cañada Stakes just ahead in this segment. Presented by Niagara Causeway, a graded stakes winning and track record-setting son of Sire of Sires Giants Causeway, standing at Margot Farm. We begin with fillies and mares at Gulfstream Park in the Sunshine Millions Distaff. Successful Song, the 6-5 favorite. Larry Comas picks up the call.
Around the far turn, Delray Lady taken on by the favorite Successful Song. And with 3 furlongs to run, Successful Song has taken the lead. And she's moving away from Delray Lady now. And then it's Speakeasy Gal who's under a drive. My Pal Chrissy is gaining some ground from 4th, but Successful Song's looking good as they come to the top of the stretch. 3 quarters in 1:12 and 2. They're into the stretch, and Joel Rosario and Successful Song set sail for home. And they've got the lead to themselves. Speakeasy Gal is second, trying to close the gap now. Successful Song right against the rail. Speakeasy Gal drifting out, and second best to Successful Song in the distaff.
In what is expected to be the final start of her career, Successful Song takes it by 3 1/4 lengths over Speakeasy Gal. Joel Rosario aboard in 1:52 and 1. Successful Song was coming off a victory in the Ocala Stakes at Gulfstream, in which she defeated Golden Mystery, who came back to win the Sunshine Millions filly and mare sprint. The 6-year-old mare by Successful Appeal was bred in Florida by Live Oak Stud and races in the colors of Live Oak Plantation. Trained by Eddie Plisa Jr., Successful Song retires to the broodmare ranks with a bankroll of $597,000. To Santa Anita for 4-year-old fillies in the Grade 2 La Cañada Stakes. Lady of 50, the 6-5 favorite. Once again, here's Trevor Denman.
Past the 5/8 they go, and Willa Be Awesome. Ryder trying to take them along as slow as he can out here. Leads it by a half a length. More Chocolate is in second. In behind that, Open Water. You Belong to Me, Missy, is right up alongside of them. Now there goes Lady of 50 with an early move. Lady of 50, 3 wide, but moving in. Book Review is last, but no more than 4 1/2 off the leader. Past the 3/8 they go, and Willa Be Awesome taken on by More Chocolate, and More Chocolate now goes to the front, and More Chocolate now brings them to the quarter pole. Willa Be Awesome tries to re-rally at the rail. Behind that comes Open Water. Up alongside of that is You Belong to Me, Missy, and Book Review now going to hook to the outside and come with her run, and Book Review's closing in the centre. More Chocolate the leader. Book Review now coming fast down the centre. Willa Be Awesome tries to re-rally. More Chocolate kicks away though, and More Chocolate, a scintillating performance today. More Chocolate, the daughter of Malibu Moon, wins the La Cañada.
In her first start on dirt, More Chocolate powers her way to a length and 3/4 victory over Book Review. Garrett Gomez aboard the Keeneland Cells graduate in 1:42 and 2. The John Sadler trainee had made all 7 previous starts on turf and was coming off a 3rd place finish in the Grade 3 Robert J. Frankel Stakes. The filly by Malibu Moon was bred in Kentucky by Calumet Farm and was a $45,000 Keeneland September yearling. A $310,000 2-year-old, More Chocolate has earned $182,000 for Michael Talla. The lanes in Stallion of the Week is Pleasantly Perfect, whose Apex A rating is higher than the likes of Tap It, Hard Spun, Unbridled Song, Distorted Humor, and Awesome Again. Bill Oppenheim recently wrote, "Given his numbers, if Pleasantly Perfect is not among the best bargains around, I don't know who is." Get in on the bargain and call Lanes In today. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with Kentucky Derby prospects coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. To Fairgrounds for 3-year-old fillies in the Silver Bullet Day Stakes. Galabout Town, the 9-5 favorite. John Dooley picks up the call.
The half mile in 48 seconds flat. Aphrodite 3 furlongs from home. Finding More. Challenging now. Galabout Town is a close 3rd. Touch Magic 4th. Brotherhood Singer being driven in 5th. Ciao Bella Luna 6th and under a ride. Then comes Irish Loot, Flashy Campaign, Smitten, Estonia toward the inside last as they come toward the top of the stretch. Past the quarter pole. 3/4, 1:13 and 2. Galabout Town has charged up to the front from Finding More. Toward the inside, Touch Magic is staying on. Aphrodite gives way. Irish Loot, Smitten on the far outside. They're deep in the final furlong. Galabout Town, Touch Magic with that resolute run. Galabout Town, Touch Magic is getting up. Touch Magic to win the Silver Bullet Day Stakes from Galabout Town.
7-2 second choice. Touch Magic outfinishes favorite Galabout Town by 3/4 of a length. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Cells graduates. James Graham, the winning jockey, in 1:45 flat. Touch Magic records her first stakes victory in her first start for Coteau Grove Farms and trainer Patrick Devereaux Jr. She was purchased privately after finishing a close second in the Grade 3 Delta Downs Princess Stakes. The filly by Lionheart was bred in Kentucky by Hermitage Farm and was a $25,000 Keeneland September yearling. Touch Magic has earned $208,000. To Santa Anita for the Grade 2 Santa Ynez Stakes, featuring the 3-year-old debut of Beholder. The Eclipse Award winner bet down to 1-5. Trevor Denman picks up the call.
They run past the half-mile pole, and Dawn's Charm on the far side kicks on. Small moves having to be sent along at the rail, now in a tad tight. There goes Beholder, and Beholder now up to second. Beholder now putting early pressure on that leader. I'm with the Blonders taking third. Behind that, Lady Rosamond. On the far side, we have Switch to the lead, and last of all, Renee's Titan. They come to the top of the lane. Dawn's Charm at the rail, and Beholder right up alongside. Beholder, Dawn's Charm. I'm with the Blonders back in third. Heads are turned in for home now, and Beholder is now asked to go on. Gets a tap on the shoulder. Dawn's Charm's running a huge one along the inside, and coming with a late run now is Renee's Titan. Here comes Renee's Titan, closing steadily down at the rail. They come for home. It's Dawn's Charm hanging on. Renee's Titan, Beholder, Renee's Titan, Renee's Titan, and Tyler Bay's up to win it.
Despite Tyler Bayes dropping his whip, 20-1 long shot Renee's Titan rallies from last and sneaks through along the rail to win by 3/4 of a length over champion Beholder. 6.5 furlongs in 1:16 flat. Renee's Titan broke her maiden for a $50,000 claiming tag in her first start at Hollywood Park last summer, after which she was purchased privately by Zilla Redham and sent to trainer Doug O'Neill. Renee's Titan went on to place in 2 stakes at 2 before finishing 6th in the Grade 1 Hollywood Starlet. The filly by Bernstein was bred in Kentucky by Mr. and Mrs. John Liviakis. Renee's Titan has earned $165,000. To Gulfstream Park for turf 3-year-olds in the Kitten's Joy Stakes. The race's namesake represented by 3 of the 8 starters, including 3-5 favorite Charming Kitten. Once again, here's Larry Comas.
They continue up the backstretch. Redwood Kitten leads the way by a neck. Prado Cat on the outside second. Charming Kitten continues to sit in third. Bambazonki is fourth, with 4 lengths to make up as they race into the turn. And Fire Guard is going well enough, starting to pick it up now. Then comes Summit County outside of Saturday Special at the rail. And last of all is Flying Bird, 3/4, 1:12 and 3. They're coming toward the top of the stretch. Charming Kitten is taking the lead. Bambazonki's right alongside in second. They've left Redwood Kitten behind. Fire Guard's on the far outside. Final furlong. Charming Kitten and Bambazonki. These two will decide it. Charming Kitten's got the lead. Bambazonki on the outside. Charming Kitten wins the Kitten's Joy.
Odds-on favorite Charming Kitten takes the race named for his sire by a length over Bambazonki. John Velasquez up in 1:43 and 2. The Kentucky-bred colt not only sired by Kitten's Joy, he was bred and is owned by Kenneth and Sarah Ramsey, who bred and raced the turf champion and now stand him at stud. Charming Kitten was coming off a runner-up finish in the Dania Beach Stakes over the Gulfstream course. Trained by Todd Pletcher, Charming Kitten has earned $152,000. Charming Kitten paid $340 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. To Fairgrounds for the Grade 3 Lecomte Stakes. Avies Quality, the 8-5 favorite. Once again, here's John Dooley.
Oxbow leads at the 5 1/2. Oxbow 2 lengths in front of High Tie. That same margin to Malibu High, settled along in third by 2. I've Struck a Nerve now gains ground while deep on the track into 4th. The inside is Fear the Kitten. Hawakim is just off the rail. Then Golden Soul, Circle Unbroken, and Avies Quality in it amongst those back markers past the half mile. 4 furlongs for Oxbow. 48 2/5 seconds as they turn again. Oxbow and High Tie, the 2 out in front. Malibu High at the inside saving ground. I've Struck a Nerve is 4th, under 3 furlongs to go. Still a 3-length break to Golden Soul, Fear the Kitten, Circle Unbroken in an all-out drive. Avies Quality together with Hawakim, those 2 a joint last, and it's Oxbow who turns them in the Lecomte. 3/4, 1:13 and 1. Under a quarter to go. Oxbow just maybe headed by High Tie, but Oxbow is digging his heels in. Oxbow in front. Final Fairgrounds furlong, and Oxbow is slipping away. High Tie weaving about. Toward the inside, I've Struck a Nerve. Down toward the wire, it's Oxbow and John Court. Oxbow runs out impressively, 1 by 10.
Oxbow by Adena Springs stallion Awesome Again draws off to defeat Golden Soul officially by 11.5 lengths. John Court aboard the Keeneland Sales graduate in 1:43.1. Oxbow impressively broke his maiden at Churchill Downs last fall and concluded his juvenile campaign with a 4th place finish in the Grade 1 Cash Call Futurity. The winner was bred in Kentucky by Colts Neck Stables and is out of a full sister to Horse of the Year Tis Now. Trained by 4-time Kentucky Derby winner and Hall of Famer Dwayne Lucas, Oxbow has earned $217,000 for Bluegrass Hall, LLC. The colt was consigned by Burleson Farms agents to the 2010 Keeneland September yearling sale, where he was purchased by Bluegrass Hall, LLC, Eddie Kane agent, for $250,000. LeCompte Stakes winner Oxbow, the Keeneland Sales graduate of the week. To Oaklawn Park for the Smarty Jones Stakes. Always in a Tiz, the 9-5 favorite. Frank Miramati has the call.
Avare will set the tempo, leads by 3/4 of a length, prompted by Texas Bling in second. On the inside, Always in a Tiz now comes up to be a joint third. Outside of him, Will Take Charge in the white blinkers, racing in the 4th spot, now claiming that 3rd position. In between those two comes King Henny. Officer Alex will be caught 4 wide down the backstretch, but he's only 3 lengths off the lead. Brown Almighty behind him. Best of Birdstone is next, and Stormy Holiday at the back. Into the far turn, chasing Avare, who's been there throughout, leads by a neck. Texas Bling gets a nudge to go after him. Will Take Charge is 3 wide. Always in a Tiz on the inside. Officer Alex is outside of him. Officer Alex now taking 3rd as Avare the first to give way. Just behind them comes King Henny. As the field reaches the top of the stretch, it's Texas Bling on even terms with Will Take Charge. Always in a Tiz, angles out after them. 3rd, then Officer Alex. They're heading inside the final 1/8 of a mile. Will Take Charge on the outside. Texas Bling, a tough customer. Always in a Tiz is next. Stormy Holiday has surfaced from well behind. It is Texas Bling on the inside of Will Take Charge. Head and head, Always in a Tiz, chasing. Here's the line. Will Take Charge upsets him in the Smarty Jones.
12-1 Will Take Charge gets up to defeat 18-1 Texas Bling by a neck. Another stakes-winning Kentucky Derby prospect for John Court and Dwayne Lucas. The Keeneland Sales graduate covers the mile in 1:38.3. A maiden winner at Keeneland last fall, Will Take Charge turns the tables on Texas Bling, who defeated the Smarty Jones winner in the Remington Springboard Mile in December. The regally bred colt by Unbridled Song, out of multiple Grade 1 winner Take Charge Lady, was bred in Kentucky by Eaton and is a half-brother to 2012 Florida Derby winner Take Charge Indy. A $425,000 Keeneland September yearling, Will Take Charge has earned $184,000 for Willis D. Horton. So after getting his 4th Kentucky Derby victory with Charismatic in 1999, Lucas has 2 promising colts on the Derby trail this year. Shackelford, a 3-time Grade 1 winner and earner of over $3 million, is now available for inspection at Darby Dan Farm. Contact Ryan Norton to make an appointment. Time now for the feature race of the week presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Gulfstream Park for the Sunshine Millions Classic. Last year's winner Mucho Macho Man, the 2-5 favorite. Here's the call by Larry Comas.
They're off in the Sunshine Millions Classic. And Mucho Macho Man broke the best. I'm Stepping It Up is sent through on the inside of him, and Fort Loudon goes up alongside of those two, and the 3 of them go wide. I'm Stepping It Up really floated those 2 out going into that turn, and now Mucho Macho Man is shuffled back into 3rd position early. Cash Rules is 4th on the outside. Ron the Greek's not too far behind. He's only 5.5 lengths off the lead. Atoned is after that, and Longshot Decaf again is far behind. 23 flat, a snappy opening quarter mile. Onto the back stretch they go, and it's I'm Stepping It Up. Fort Loudon. Mucho Macho Man is kept outside of those 2 by Mike Smith. He's to the outside of the leaders, and now 3 of them are closely packed on the back stretch. Cash Rules is 2.5 behind them. Ron the Greek closer today, down on the inside with 4 lengths to make up, and the trailer is Atoned, and Decaf again continues to be far behind after a 46 and 2 half mile. There's a half mile to go. I'm Stepping It Up. Fort Loudon Loudon. Mucho Macho Man just to the outside of them. And now he's edging up, and he's making his move for the lead on the far turn. And Ron the Greek is right behind him. Ron the Greek's only a length and a half off the lead. And Cash Rules is going up on the outside. And the two of them just went by Mucho Macho Man. It is Ron the Greek who's taken the lead. Mucho Macho Man is not firing today. He's dropping back through the field. Ron the Greek turns for home with a 4-length lead. On the outside, Cash Rules is second, and then it's Fort Loudon. And Mucho Macho Man didn't run his race today, but Ron the Greek did, and he will trounce his competition. Ron the Greek, a dominant performance in the Sunshine Millions Classic.
Ron the Greek draws off to defeat Cash Rules by 11 1/4 lengths. Jose Lascano, the winning jockey, in 149 flat, a 112 brisk speed rating. Second to Mucho Macho Man in last year's Sunshine Millions Classic, Ron the Greek went on to take the Grade 1 Santa Anita handicap. And the Bill Mott trainee handed Horse of the Year Wise Dan his only setback last season by a head in the Grade 1 Stephen Foster handicap. This was his first start since his 4th place finish in the Breeders' Cup Classic. The 6-year-old horse by Full Mandate was bred in Florida by Jack T. Hammer and is owned by Broa Stable, Wachtel Stable, and Hammer. Ron the Greek has a bankroll of $1.8 million. Jose Lascano with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. We'll see you next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson has been presented by Adena Springs, Ashford Stud, Bloodstock Research, Brandywine Farm, Breeders' Cup, Claiborne Farm, Crestwood Farm, Darby Dan Farm, Gainesway, GLC 5500, Keeneland, Juddmonte Farm, Lanes Inn, Malone's, Margot Farm, OCD Pellets, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Sally Horse Vans, Shadwell Farm, and Windstar Farm. Online at tbredweek.com.